Long time no see, you guys. I know the big TV's gone. That's gonna be an update I have in this video because I missed the big TV too. But at least you won't be seeing the whole entire Minion movie throughout the whole video like you guys have been mentioning in my other videos. So you can be glad about that. Also about my voice, I'm a little bit sick right now. So I'm sorry for the disgustingness that is my voice right now. Hey, what is up you guys? My name is Andrea. Welcome back to my channel. I know you guys, it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. Obviously by the title of this video, I'm going to be explaining why. First of all, I did have a video planned for the week after I had uploaded my last video, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I think so. But then I decided I didn't like the video anymore, so I kind of abandoned it. I still have it. I'll probably upload it sometime in the future. It's gonna be pretty old. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it anymore, so I didn't upload it. Also, first update I'd like to give you guys. After I had uploaded my first video, after I had uploaded my last video, there was some stuff going on in my life that I had to deal with. I had to process. Also, if you see goosebumps on my face, it's freezing. I'm in my boyfriend's clothes right now because it's freezing, you guys, but whatever. Anyway, where I'm at, it's freezing right now. But anyway, after my last video, after I had uploaded it, there was some stuff going on in my life. I'm obviously not going to go into detail about it. It's way too personal, but it's all good now. Everything got resolved, but it was a very hard week for me. I didn't have the energy to upload anything. I didn't have the energy to film. I didn't have the energy to record anything or edit because what had happened just really took a toll on me. So I lost all my energy to do anything. I could barely even get out of bed. But everything's fine. I'm okay. Don't worry, you guys. I'm not dead. If you follow me in social media, you'll see I was still active, right? But you know what. Second update I'd like to give you guys, because everything was resolved throughout that week after I had gone back to school. Meaning, if you guys have been watching my videos since I had started, I had mentioned I think a couple of times that I was in this program where I was only going to school twice a week for an hour. I'm not in it anymore. I went back to regular high school, like regular 8 to 3 classes, because I had to. So I haven't had any time to record. I haven't had proper time to record, if that makes sense. Today I got lucky because I had to stay home for something. You're not gonna be seeing videos from me that often anymore. I'm sorry. I'm back in school. It's hard to find a time to record because when I get home it's pretty dark and everyone's home and I get a lot of interruptions, so it's hard. But believe me, I'll give you guys updates whenever, like, you know, something happens, or how do you say it? I try to keep you guys updated so I don't keep you in the dark about like where the fuck I am. Like it's like not fair. You get me? Yeah. Third update. Okay, I had mentioned previously a lot of times that I'm not suffering, but I'm dealing with depression and anxiety, and for some reason more recently it's been a lot harder on me. I don't really have an explanation for it. There hasn't been really anything in my life going on to trigger it this badly to the point where I can barely even get out of bed. I know that sounds really weird if I can control it or something. Sometimes I really can't. Sometimes I can and I'll try to get out of it, but then for the majority of it, it's really hard on me, and it's really hard to find a support system because there aren't a lot of people who understand it. You get me? And I'm not saying like that's a bad thing, because some people just don't and they haven't gone through it. So it's been really hard to kind of go to someone. I mean, I do go to my boyfriend and stuff and he's there for me, but you know, it's still hard. He doesn't really understand, and I don't want to cause like this big burden on him that I'm depressed or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. And then I'm gonna keep going with what I plan for this video to give you guys something. I think that's it for now for updates. For now for this video, I'm just gonna give you guys like a simple ass Q&A. It's gonna be a little bit boring, you guys, because no one really asked me any good questions. I hope you guys find it interesting because there will be, I think, a few good points in there. Maybe not. Maybe you guys get to know me a little bit better. I don't know. We'll see. First question I got is from my best friend Adriana, and she just asked me when's my birthday. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but if I have, I don't really remember. My birthday is on July 13th, you guys. It's in 3 months. I'm gonna turn 17. I'm gonna be 18 next year, you guys. I don't know how I feel about it, but yeah, my birthday's in 3 months, you guys. 3 months. I do something. I don't really have anything planned for now. It's my birthday. I'm 17. What am I gonna do? I don't remember who this is from, but the question is, why did I choose Mason as a name for my son? If you guys didn't know, my son's name is Mason. It's actually a funny story though. If you guys have watched Wizards of Waverly Place, that's like one of my favorite childhood shows. One of the characters' names is Mason, and I just really like that name, and That's where I got the name from one of my favorite childhood TV shows, because I thought the name was so cute and I thought the actor was so freaking dreamy. But yeah, that's where I got the name from Wizards of Waverly Place. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put it right here. But I don't know, I just find it funny because I got it from my childhood TV show. But anyway, this question is for my friend Nancy. She asked if my boyfriend agreed to the name, and he did actually. And we came to agreement, like I picked his first name, he would pick his middle name, which he did. So he did agree to it. He didn't hate it, he didn't love it, but you know, he didn't say no. The next couple of questions are for my cousin Amanda. The first question she asked is, has being a teen mom changed you? Definitely. I've definitely matured a lot becoming a teen mother. Before I found out I was pregnant, or before I even became pregnant, I was super rebellious. I wasn't listening to my parents. I was doing whatever I want. I was stealing, I was doing drugs, I was doing a whole bunch of stuff I wasn't supposed to. Granted, my boyfriend was a big help for that. He helped me out a lot in getting out in my situations and getting me to, or helping me stopping the things that I was doing. But also becoming a teen mom matured me even more than I already did. It changed me in more ways than one. I realized who were my true friends or not. I realized who I can count on and who I can't. So becoming a teen mother made me more independent than I already was. I was already pretty independent before I got pregnant because of stuff going on at home, and I was kind of forced to. I'm not gonna go into detail, but you know, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I definitely became more independent, but being a teen mom, it's been so hard. Definitely anyone out there, if you guys are listening and you guys are, you know, you're being sexually active, you know what, that's fine, but please protect yourselves, you guys. Being a teen mom is super hard. You get a lot of criticism. You get a bunch of everything. You get looked at so awfully. You know what, it's understandable. I look like I'm still 12, but I have a 2-year-old. But it still upsets me that people don't think I don't know how to do this. I've seen 30-year-old women struggling with their children and they're screaming in the store. Why am I any different just because I'm younger? Yeah, becoming a teen mother definitely changed my perspectives a lot. I'll figure it out. Yes, it's definitely changed me for the good or the better. And some points I'm pretty terrible, and others I've matured a lot. That's it for that. Next question she asked me is, what is something no one knows about me? That's such a hard question because my answer is probably gonna shock a lot of people. I'm not as strong as people think I am. I have gained relationships with people and I've told them a lot that's been going on with me, but I haven't exactly told them everything. And I know I don't have to tell them everything, and I don't. There are certain things that I haven't even told my boyfriend, and we have a child together. I'm probably never going to tell him. And if he watches this, he's probably gonna ask me like, what was I talking about? I'm not gonna tell him. I'm not as strong as people make me out to be. Whenever I talk to therapists and stuff, and I talk to people and I tell them like what's going on with me and like all the stuff I've been through, they're like, you're so strong, you're still here, I can't believe you're still here. And I'm like, yes, I'm still here, but I'm having to live with the fact that I've been hurt so much that literally anything is gonna trigger me. And that's such a big statement to say. That's such a huge statement to say because I've gone through a lot, like a lot. There have definitely been people that have been through a lot more than I have, definitely. But for me personally though, I've gone through a lot myself, and I'm not as strong as people make me out to be. I might seem like it because I'm talking fine and I could be happy, but it took so many years of recovering from everything that I've gone through, and I'm still going through it. It's a lot of the things that I've gone through in my childhood and I recently went through are haunting me, but I don't exactly want to go and talk to anyone because they're like, let go of the past, it's just the past, let go of it. Like, they don't realize I'm traumatized by it, so it's hard to talk to people about certain things that they're just gonna be like, you have to forget about it. Like, you need to let it go so you can move on. But it's hard to move on when you're traumatized by it and you haven't exactly gotten the proper closure for it, because who the hell are you gonna go to about certain things that have traumatized you so much they've haunted you in the 16 years, 17 years that you've been alive, and they're probably still forever gonna haunt me. Can you tell I'm triggered? Yeah, something that no one knows about me is I'm not as strong as people make me out to be, basically. I'm not. You might look at me and think I'm just a strong person because of what I've gone through and what I've told you guys on my pregnancy story time, but there's a lot more behind it. A lot more. I always have a reason for my actions. I always do. And I definitely believe in some way I'm strong because I'm still here, but then again, at the same time, it's still haunting me and I'm still crying about it. So I don't think it's any better that I'm still here and I'm having to relive it every single day because I'm traumatized by it, because I can't let it go, because I'm not as strong as people think I am. I don't know. Wow, that got dark very quickly. Okay, let's try to lighten this up because everything that I've talked about has just been darkness. And we're not about to have that here, so I got you. Another question she asked me, any special talents? I don't have any special talents. I don't think I do. No, I don't have any special talents, so that's it for that. My favorite food. I have so many different foods. It always changes. Let's say my favorite place is like Buffalo Wild Wings or something. I'll love it. I'll have it. That's the only thing I'll have for like months, and then after I'll get sick of it, and then I'll find a new favorite place. But I guess wings. I love wings, you guys. I love wings. Flats. If you're a drums person, fuck out of here. It's flats, not drums. Duh. Next question she asked me was, how would I like to get proposed to? I've never really thought about it. I think either, not specific how, but where. I would definitely love to get proposed to at the beach. And at my favorite beach, at sunset. Oh, the scenery would be beautiful. Either the beach at sunset, or at like an anniversary dinner or birthday dinner. Or on my birthday at the beach. That'd be amazing. Oh my god, that'd make my dreams come true. Getting proposed to at the beach on my birthday, and then after we go to dinner. There you go. That's what I would love. Or like I'll come home from like a busy day at work or something, or like from school, because I do plan on going to college. If like I come home one day and then I see a bunch of rose petals all over the place, and then I'm like, what's going on? And then like there's all these candles everywhere. And my favorite flowers are sunflowers and white roses. Those don't really go together. But if I were to say roses, like sunflowers and red roses, have you guys seen sunflowers and red roses together? It's beautiful. But the room would be filled with my favorite flowers, and I'd go to my room and there'd be this big heart, and I'd step in it, and then someone would be like, close your eyes. I'm like, okay. And then my boyfriend is right in front of me. He's on one knee and he proposes to me. Oh my god, that'd be beautiful. My heart is beating so fast just thinking about it. So I guess that's how I like to be proposed to. In specific though, I guess those are a few ideas, but definitely I would love to be proposed to at the beach at sunset. My favorite beach. There you go. Next question is from my friend Chelsea, and she asked, what sport do I see my son doing? Honestly, I have no idea. It's hard to say, but I definitely imagine him either in soccer or basketball, mainly because his dad, he plays soccer and some basketball, so I definitely see him either doing either one of those two, but definitely I think I see him doing soccer. Definitely soccer. Yeah. This one is just from someone I don't know, but they sent me a question anyway, and she said, do I plan on having another child in the future? Yes, I do. I plan on having 2 more. If I can't have 2 more, I plan on having 1 more baby, and I plan on adopting my 3rd child. I really want to adopt a baby. I really do. It's something I've always wanted. The thought of a baby being out there who needs loving parents and who needs a home just warms my heart, and I can't help but, you know. So I definitely plan on adopting a child at some point in my life. But yes, I do plan on having 2 more kids. I want 3 kids. Maybe 4 if I adopt the 4th one. So I do plan on having more children. I'm hoping I have another boy and 1 girl. I've always wanted 2 boys and 1 girl. And honestly, twins would not be crazy to me. And if I were to have twins, I would want them to be girls. Why? I'm not sure. And if they're not girls, then we'll both boy and girl. I just hope I will have someone to have those children with, because who knows, if me and my boyfriend end up together, we always talked about other children. So who knows? These set of questions are from my best friend Adriana. They're from like 3 months ago. So first question she asked me is, what inspired me to do this? Meaning, what inspired me to do YouTube? First of all, I've always thought that YouTube was great therapy. Meaning, if I can't talk to anyone, I might as well talk to myself, or talk to a camera, or talk to you guys, and hopefully find someone who can relate to what I've gone through, or you know, I can talk about what I want to talk about and not feel judged at all until, you know, the comments come in. But anyway, that's like a different thing. Second of all, I think it's definitely a great thing to get your stories out there, so a lot of people who have gone what you've gone through can relate with you, and you can relate with them, and they don't feel alone about the fact that they've gone through this, but they're too scared to talk about it. So someone who's using their platform to talk about the thing that they've gone through will make someone feel good, and I want people to feel good. I want people to not be scared to talk about the things that they've gone through. Meaning, like, for example, with my I've gone to a mental hospital story, yeah, there were a lot of people in the comments, not a lot of people, there were people in the comments being like, thank you so much for talking about this. This definitely helped me out. I've gone to a mental hospital too. It was such a scary experience. Thank you for doing this video. That's what I love. That's what I love. I don't want you guys to feel alone at all, ever. I want to let you guys know that you're not alone. You really aren't. There are a lot of people who've gone through what you've gone through. Maybe not in the exact same aspect. You can't ever forget that. You're not the only one, and you won't be the last one. So don't ever forget that. You'll get through this. You really will. And it made me feel good too that there were a lot of people that have gone through what I've I've gone through myself that made me feel good, because I always felt alone about it, and I had a traumatic experience being in a mental hospital. So the fact that other people have gone through what I've gone through too, it made me feel good. So I can't talk, I'm holding my breath. Next question is my biggest fear. I don't know what she meant by that. I'm thinking maybe like what am I the most scared of happening, but I'm not gonna answer that because I'm trying to lighten this up a little bit. My biggest fear though, like what's something that fucking scares the living crap out of me? Spiders. I hate spiders. I hate spiders with the freaking passion. I can't even stand those stupid daddy long legs that hang around the house a lot. I can't tell you how many times I ran into those little black big ass spiders in my room, and I literally ran out screaming. I can't stand spiders. I hate spiders. Even if it's just, like I said, little daddy long leg ones, get out of my face. I'm not gonna deal with it. No, like if a big ass spider were to just pop up right there, like right now, I'd fucking leave and be like, this your house now. This your house now. I'm not gonna deal with you. I'm even gonna try to fight you. Who knows if you're gonna... No, I can't stand spiders. I can't stand bugs in general. I hate bugs. I hate bugs. I get scared when a stupid little fly passes by me. A fly. I can't stand bugs. And oh my god, have you guys ever seen those big ass cockroaches? They're like this big. They used to fly into my old apartment all the time where we used to live. They used to fly in there all the goddamn time. They were this fucking big. I don't fucking know. Whew. Okay, now that we got the little rant out of the way, I'm sorry about that. I can't stand bugs. I can't stand spiders. I can't stand nothing that crawls. You know what? I take that back, because I know someone's gonna be like, but babies crawl. You have a baby. You know, you just get my point. Anything with more than 2 legs, I can't stand it. Last 2 questions I got are, well, the first one is, what's my biggest pet peeve? I don't have a biggest pet peeve. I have a lot of things that piss me off. I guess one of the biggest pet peeves I have is hypocritical people. Yeah, that's like one of my biggest pet peeves. And if you don't know what I mean by that, it's like when let's say you have a thing with a guy, or like you had a thing with a guy, and then one of your friends goes and, you know, like does stuff with him, and then she tells you, but you're like whatever's about it because you guys just had a thing, you didn't date. But then that friend goes and tells another friend that she can't be doing that because her friend is messing around with that guy that the other friend is messing around with. Does that make sense? Did I make any sense? I probably did. So you girls are probably gonna understand what I'm saying. If you got an offense if anyone does that, okay? Like if you're gonna go and mess around with your friend's ex-boyfriend, or if you're gonna go and mess around with the guy that your friend has had something with, but then you're gonna go and turn it around and go and tell someone else shit for doing that with someone else, and your friend is messing around with that same guy that your other friend is messing around with, like, you're a piece of shit. Like, I'm sorry, it had to be said. That made no sense. I'll try to explain it the best way I can with the cast of Friends. If you guys don't know what Friends is, I'll try to put pictures up and whatever. Okay, anyway. Okay, so let's say Rachel's messing around with Joey, right? And they had a thing for a good while. But then all of a sudden, Phoebe tells Rachel that she had something with Joey. Like, they were messing around too. And Rachel was like, whatever's about it, because they weren't dating. But she was still bothered because Rachel and Phoebe are friends. They're like best friends, right? So she was bothered that Phoebe was messing around with Joey because Rachel was also messing around with Joey. It wasn't okay to her. But it was like, whatever's. But it wasn't right of Phoebe to go on messing around with Joey because Rachel was messing around with him first, and supposedly she's her friend, so they let it go. And then Phoebe's friend Monica starts messing around with a guy named Chandler, but then Phoebe gets mad at her other friend Janice because Janice is also messing around with Chandler, and because Phoebe and Monica are a lot closer, she tells stuff to Janice because again she's messing around with Chandler, and she says she's not supposed to do that because Monica's messing around with Chandler, and she's not supposed to be messing around with her friend's boyfriend or whoever she has a thing with. So then Janice gets pissed off because Phoebe did the same thing to Rachel what Janice did to Monica. So Janice told Phoebe she had no right to go and say anything because Phoebe did the same thing to Rachel and she's being a hypocrite about it. That made no sense. I'm still sorry. If it did, you're a piece of shit if you do that. Okay, last question is, again, do I want any more kids? She asked me that too, so I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more. Yes, I do definitely want kids. I want 3 kids. I definitely do want more kids. I don't want to have just one baby and have him be alone, you know, for the rest of his life. I want him to have someone to grow up with, but that's gonna be hard because he's gonna be 5 when I plan on having another baby. So he won't necessarily have anyone to grow up with, but at least I would have had that time with him. You get me? If I do end up having another baby when he's 5 or 6, after after, I plan on having another one after my second baby turns 1, because I want them to be close in age, like my brother and I are. We're only a year and a half apart, I think. I would really want 2 of my kids to be close in age. Fully, I mean, if that doesn't happen, then I would definitely want to adopt after my second child. I do definitely want to adopt. Even if like me and my boyfriend aren't together anymore, I'll adopt myself if I can. If I can't, then I'm gonna be very upset. I'll become a foster parent and hopefully be able to help children who need families. You know, like being a foster parent is a bigger responsibility because then you have to let go of the kid. But even then, like a lot of these kids need homes. They need homes, they need loving homes, they need loving parents. And I would love, more than love, to be a parent of a child whose parent didn't want them or couldn't raise them, you know? Because a lot of the times I think people get the misconception that whenever parents put their children up for adoption, it's because they don't want them. Yes, that is some of the cases, but for the majority of it, a lot of children get put into like the adoption agencies and foster care because their parents just could not raise them, and they had to make the decision to let them go because they couldn't raise them, either because of money troubles or because, you know, other bigger issues going on in the family, like if the mom's a drug addict, if dad's a drug addict, if they both are, if they're homeless and they want a better life for the kid, they put them up for adoption or put them in foster care. Like I said, there's a big misconception about putting up children for adoption, because it doesn't always mean that you don't want the kid or you don't want the baby. I don't know. I don't want to judge. I really don't, because you never know what the situation is with the kids who get put up for adoption or get put into foster care. So I really want people to keep in mind that whenever a baby is put up for adoption, it's not always because the parent didn't want them. It's just because they just couldn't raise them and they loved them so much. They just wanted them to have a better life, even if it wasn't with them. And I say that, I'm not saying that because I want to be like a good person, or I don't know what. I definitely do want to be a good person, and I'm not saying that either because I have put a child up for adoption. I have never done that. I haven't. I really want people to get the idea in their heads that it's not always the case that the parent didn't want them. It's just something happened. There was a situation where they couldn't raise them, you know? You can't always blame the parent. If it's for things like drug addicts and stuff, I don't think you would necessarily want to blame the parent, because sometimes addiction is very, very hard to overcome, especially if you have children. Because sometimes parents, they do drugs to relieve their stress. And I'm not saying that it makes it okay. It makes it perfectly fine to abandon your children and go and do drugs. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying, and I don't want people to say that. Addiction is very, very hard to overcome. I have been addicted before, and it took a lot for me to overcome it. It took a lot, and that's something I don't necessarily talk about, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. I want people to get again into their heads that it's just a hard situation when it comes to adoption. And I would more than love to take in a child who needs love and who needs a home and who needs parents that want to love them and who are choosing to love them, because adoption is a big, huge thing. It's a huge responsibility, because you're choosing to take in a child that's not yours and you didn't physically birth them. You're taking in a child that someone couldn't take care of anymore. If it's the case that they couldn't take care of them because of financial troubles, and the parent who chose you to adopt that child is trusting you with their life to take care of the child that they couldn't take care of. If you can tell, I feel very, very wholeheartedly about adoption. No, I have not put a child up for adoption before. Anyone comes at me with that. I haven't, okay? I don't want people making up conspiracy theories being like, I'm so passionate about it because I'm trying to look for my child. No, that's not true at all. Yeah, that was the last question for now. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for me today, guys. I know it's been so long. Not so long. It's been like a month and a half since I've uploaded. I'm really sorry about it. Like I said, I returned back to school and I've had like I had so much going on. It's like, it was hard. But I would definitely try a lot better to keep up like a schedule going on because of school. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys thought, I don't know, learned a little bit more about me. If you guys have any questions for me for my next Q&A, leave them down in the comment section below. I would more than love to answer your questions or anything curious you guys want to know about me. If you guys have any video suggestions or anything you want me to do, again, leave them down in the comment section below. I'd more than love to hear you guys' suggestions, because sometimes I just run out of ideas. I run out of ideas and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. But anyway, talking so fast. Anyway, again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, please comment and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification notification bell so you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to follow me on all of my social medias. They will be linked in the description box below or in the beginning of this video. Also, you guys, little thing about my social media, I'm not always active on Instagram or Snapchat. I am always active on Twitter. And if you guys don't have Twitter, you guys need to get Twitter. That's where all the YouTubers are. That's where all the drama is. That's where all the fun stuff is. Twitter, you guys have to get Twitter. I'm always active on Twitter. I'm always replying. I'm always commenting on like Shane Dawson and Arnell and Tana Mojo and Jeffree Star and all this stuff. It's like, it's fun. It's fun. Anyway, and the Ace family. I love the Ace family. I love the Ace family. I love the Ace family. Anyway, Twitter. If you guys don't have it, you need to get it. But anyway, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Again, leave your suggestions down below. Your girl runs out of ideas. So again, for like third time, you guys. Bye.
Hurricane Katrina. More like Hurricane Tortilla.